Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're shining the light on video game villains who, while perhaps not as well known as others in the horror gaming circuit, still delivered on the scare factor.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
The Dark Presence, Alan Wake series.
He'd only join the plea to get to her.
To murder her.
Without shape and form, yet brimming with malicious intent, this unseen entity that lurks within the dark place seems to enjoy nothing more than messing up the minds of anyone unfortunate enough to make their way into its domain. It has a particular fondness for screwing around with artists, warping their creativity and using it as a catalyst to bring forth its shadowy denizens into the mortal realm. If it could make something as haunting as Scratch, it's certainly not the kind of muse you want whispering in your ear.
I remembered now. Was always out there, hunting me.
Challus Mercer, Dead Space.
There. I have to record these days. The old memory, you know. As I was saying, the new treatment I'm developing should be just a ticket. The trial is very promising.
While serving as science officer aboard the Ishimura, Dr. Mercer found God. Unfortunately, his new faith happened to revolve around an alien conduit that turned corpses into monsters with murderous appetites. Embracing his newfound chaotic calling, Mercer's actions are in many ways even worse than the necromorphs. He sabotaged the crew, actively helped to strengthen the marker's influence. He even created a super necromorph that would hunt Isaac all over the ship. His heaven is everyone else's hell, one that nearly resulted in galactic genocide for humanity.
And a slow death. Stasis.
The Stranger, The Walking Dead.
I got us adjoining rooms.
Where is she?
I already told you, she's fine. You look horrible.
Ah yes, back when Telltale was on top. At the cusp of Season 1's climax, Lee is en route to save Clementine from her would-be kidnapper. A shadowy figure who seems to have been watching the group for some time. Who turns out to be just some guy? At first. The Stranger serves as the mirror to your actions throughout the game. Exposed Clementine to danger, stole supplies. Every one of your decisions impacted this nameless survivor, who won't hesitate to chew you out on how you've conducted yourself so far. Getting held at gunpoint while being viciously judged on your morality during a zombie apocalypse is a whole other level of tense.
He would have come back.
That's right, Sweet Pea.
The Spider, Limbo. Environmental puzzle, metaphorical embodiment, or just a giant arachnid, no matter what it is, this thing still terrifies us to this day. Its size and scale, the speed at which it carries itself across the screen, not to mention how it doesn't so much capture our character as it does impale him. Even if you consider yourself pretty chill with spiders, tasseling with this behemoth will make you a lifelong hater. You might want to pull another leg off just so it can't get up again. The Wendigos, Until Dawn. The switch up from 80s slasher to monster flick during the game's midpoint was a thing of beauty. Instead of contending with a masked psychopath in his intricate series of traps, the gathering of college fodder find themselves pursued by Wendigos, humanoid creatures born from the curse of the mountain. Sprinkle in some lore in regards to their cannibalistic origins, pair it with an unsettling design, and you've got yourself quite the nightmare scenario. Especially during those motion control sections. Can you stop getting so close, please? Sofia Lamb, BioShock 2.
There we are. He's perfectly safe now. This is not your daughter. Do you understand? Her name is Eleanor, and she is mine.
Constructed to be the beacon of progress and human achievement, the undersea city of Rapture swiftly proved itself to be a living hell, mainly due to the occupants foregoing morality in the name of their beliefs. Andrew Ryan's radical self-interest may have made him a captivating villain, but Sofia Lamb's zealotry is downright terrifying. The cold commitment to her cause leads her down some truly dark paths, willing to use and threaten her own daughter for control of Rapture's future. Still fully convinced that her intentions are truly noble. Her so-called higher calling is beyond the pale of dangerous. Lucas Baker, Resident Evil 7, Biohazard.
Dad, right? You mind if I borrow Bobby for a little bit? Why don't you stand there? Do something!
When it comes to the Baker household, the majority of the time everyone defaults to either Jack or Marguerite as the more impactful villains. Makes sense, Jack is basically the Louisiana Terminator, and Marguerite has an entire hive growing out of her crotch. But we want to give their psychopathic son his flowers too. Taking inspiration from Saw-esque killers, Lucas loves nothing more than playing games with his victims, parading the notion of hope, before ultimately letting his traps claim their lives. Dude is a sick puppy.
Dead? Guess that's not in the cards. Not yet.
Lucky me.
The Janitor, Little Nightmares. Our first look at the uncanny valley that is this game, the Janitor may not be one for words. But as soon as his arms start stretching to insane proportions, he says all he needs to. Being the diminutive thing that you are, there's no other option other than to run and hide. Not that the oversized cleaner will make things easy for you. Make any noise and those stretchy arms of his will start lashing out until you're caught. There may have been no shortage of horrors waiting for us across this boat, but the Janitor is the perfect introduction for what was ahead. The Dollmaker, Alice, Madness Returns.
You are almost there. Almost free from what you fear. You could have been cured. You could have forgotten.
There are manipulative, unempathetic, vile, corrupt assholes, and then there's Dr. Angus Bumby. Sure, his Wonderland form is all kinds of creepy, but it's his antics within the real world that truly make him a monster. Using his skills as a psychiatrist, Bumby made Alice believe she was the one who set her home ablaze, killing her family in the process. When the truth is, he was the one who committed the crime, in order to disguise the fact he had assaulted and murdered Alice's older sister that same night. Oh, and he also planned to traffic Alice after undoing her memory. An absolute menace deserving of absolute damnation. Sullivan Knoth, Outlast 2.
I've taken care of my children, but yours, I am powerless against.
There are so many freakazoids in this franchise that it's all too easy for Knoth to be left by the wayside. But when you think about what he represents and his insidious actions throughout the sequel, he can easily stand alongside the likes of Dr. Traeger and Eddie Gluskin. The leader of a cult unafraid to kill in the name of their twisted testament, Knoth leads the charge when it comes to the torture of a village's residents, when he becomes convinced that the player's pregnant wife is destined to give birth to the Antichrist. He's so deep into his own delusions as a prophet, he even ended himself just so he could get closer to God. Creepy as sin. Which video game villain do you find the scariest? Let us know in the comments.